7% of the United States is Asian American. Pacific Islanders make up another 1% of the US population. Asian Americans are the fastest growing racial group in this country. We've grown over 40% in the last decade. We're also the most diverse in terms of language, cultures, religions, and ethnicities. We're not a monolith. It's impossible to quantify the meaningful contributions of our community, but it's clear that because of us, we are a stronger America.
We have been plagued by the stereotypes of being a model minority and also of being the perpetual foreigner. And yet, it is the furthest thing from the truth. We have people that have been here generations, and we have people that have lived here and contributed to this country for decades. And to question their loyalty to this country goes against everything that they stand for.
It is something called the forever foreigner myth. It's because we will never look truly American to the eyes of many people in this country, even though they and their ancestors have been here for generations. It's why even someone like my own father-in-law, who is a Vietnam War veteran, decorated for his service in this country, was called a racial slur when he was walking his dog down the street. You look at the Islamophobia and the attacks on South Asians after 9/11, and you look at what happened during COVID-19. There were at least 11,000 reported incidents of Asian Americans being attacked. Our community was scapegoated, as politicians would refer to COVID-19 as the China virus, the Wuhan virus, Kung flu. But it's important to note that this is not the first time Asian Americans have been scapegoated in this country. If you look at the history of America, 1882 Chinese Exclusion Act, incarceration of 120,000 Japanese Americans during World War II, the killing of Vincent Chin in 1982. The fact of the matter is, when America feels threatened, whether by disease, economic competition, or foreign threat, often this country turns to Asian Americans and blames us for what's happening. And when you look at Asian Americans, there are some true heroes, American patriots, American leaders who are investing and bettering our country. You think of someone like Brandon Say, who disarmed the Monterey Park Lunar New Year mass shooter. He is a true American hero, and because of him, lives were saved that would have otherwise been lost.
The Monterey Lunar New Year shooting of 2023 is a time that was supposed to be used to enjoy festivities and connections with each other and our loved ones and families, which turned into a terrible nightmare. That night, I was actually working at my family's dance studio, Lalai Ballroom Studio, when all of a sudden a gunman came into the studio brandishing a firearm. I was not only fearing for myself, but for my community members, and that gave me the strength to approach the gunman, ready to disarm him. Community around me, especially the ballroom studio and all the dancers that I know, really stepped up to really support one another, and especially me. What happened to me happened in a blink of an eye, but we all have the ability to become a hero if we're there to support one another.
One in every 7 people in Los Angeles is Asian American or Pacific Islander.
Is LA even LA without neighborhoods like Little Tokyo, Chinatown, Koreatown, Thai Town, Cambodia Town, Little Saigon, and the cities of the San Gabriel Valley? Together they weave a rich tapestry of cuisine and festivals, arts, and literature that help shape the unique identity of the city.
AJSOCAL was founded in 1983. Our founder, Stuart Kuo, founded the organization under its original name, Asian Pacific American Legal Center. The organization has now grown to be the nation's largest Asian American and Pacific Islander civil rights and legal service organization. We have nearly 100 staff in Los Angeles, Orange County, and Sacramento who serve more than 16,000 clients a year.
We have legal intake lines in 7 Asian languages and English. So it's Cantonese, Mandarin, Khmer, Korean, Thai, Tagalog, and Vietnamese. We think it's absolutely critical to provide our communities the opportunity to tell their story and to be heard in the language that they prefer. We provide legal help in areas like immigration, domestic violence and family law, healthcare access, eviction defense, and civil rights in both LA and Orange counties. We're also always looking at how we can transform the systems that shape our community and their lives. And so when we notice that we're seeing trends in our cases, we uplift them for systemic advocacy, like legislative advocacy. Can we change the laws that govern the lives of our communities?
The history of the Asian American community here in Los Angeles is the Los Angeles history. It is central to our mission to support organizations that are grounded in our values of community, grounded in our values of racial justice. And so it's a natural alliance, and we're so proud to be part of the many funders who support their work.
During the pandemic, we saw not only the rise in anti-Asian hate, we saw the murder of George Floyd, and through the Black Lives Matter movement, this country had a public reckoning around systemic racism that I'd never seen in my lifetime. And I think we're at an inflection point as a country to look at race in a different way than we have in the past, to recognize and see the Asian American community in a different light. That fight includes Asian Americans, Pacific Islanders, allies, Blacks, Latinos, and other marginalized communities. When you look at all of these groups coming together, this is what creates an incredibly effective organization in this beautiful city, and it's what makes me hopeful for the future.
Need help? Call us. We speak your languages. Asian Americans Advancing Justice Southern California. Get involved, donate, and support at AJSOCAL.org.